Hi, this is me on Get Real. So I just had to do some phone calls and make sure some things were correct after I ordered something through a computer system um, for my clinic. And I actually ordered something else that was supposed to be delivered, and it was never, ever, ever sent. I didn't get an email. They didn't ask for payment. I thought it was really strange for me to order a package and they didn't ask for payment. Like, don't worry, we'll email you the payment information. And I'm like, what the heck are you talking about? Please, not a lowball offer. I just lowered the price. $3. I paid full price for this tie. And now $3. The shipping's going to be at $2.61. God, that sucks. Should I accept the offer? That's a really low ball offer. I'm asking $6. I just lowered it from $7.99, I think. This morning I had this tie at $7.99, so I'm getting rid of it today. I'm asking $5.99. They're wanting it $3. They're gonna do a low ball to see if I accept, but I should go for 4 or 5. All right. So if I went for 4 or 5, they could say no, and I'm still with this tie sitting here. I gotta accept the offer. I have to. The reason I have to is because it was getting bent up, and I said, oh my god, it's getting bent up. This feels kind of sad in a way. So I wanted to make this video after I just made another one, and I am not going to use it because I really feel like tired and exhausted, and my daughter is tired and exhausted. And I basically am like a slacker today. It's like, oh, she's just sitting around her butt. Mom's gonna do everything. And I hear men talk about, oh, I'm retired, or I'm retired, work part-time, take care of kids, have the kids buy cars, drive them around, and my wife's around in a snowstorm. But as a single mom, I'm working multiple jobs and doing that stuff and doing, like, I'm not coming home to my wife's dinner and clean laundry and made bed and clean house and the dogs walked. Like, it's really hard. And so when I just made that video, I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to get these beads, these white ones, and these silver ones all on this necklace. Can you see that? It's just like what I learned in midwifery. You gotta freaking just do it. You gotta freaking just do it. I gotta accept the offer. I said I want this tie out of my house. I'm gonna accept it. I'm kind of disturbed by this. I almost want to just go for $4. I'm gonna accept the offer. I just like totally gave away someone a tie. I know I paid more than $3 for this tie. I probably paid $6, or I might have paid $4. I don't know. Okay, I think my phone is frozen. Okay, so, oh my god. What do you do if you're single and you're just so tired? Like, you never have a day off. Like you wake up in the middle of the night and you work. Like you just, I'm trying to figure out if there's any way. I should just use a regular needle. And I was telling you guys something about sewing. I found a sewing basket somewhere. Where is it? No, that's not the sewing. Let's see what's in this basket. I think it's just some. Anyways, I am being really generous. Pens and pencils. And a ruler. Anyhow, I had a couple clothes that were just laying there. I dumped them out of bags. So I feel kind of bad that I just gave away. I put this stuff on my credit card and I lost some unused money on it. And I actually got this stuff for my kid, and he didn't want it. And I said, well, if something gets not sold, I'll either give it to him anyway, so he has a tie to dress up in. I don't even, it's like flannel shirts. I don't know if you can wear a tie and a flannel, but I figured, oh, I'll give him, this item so he can go to a wedding or something. I don't know. We don't get invited to stuff, so if we got invited to something, we could probably figure out a way to pay for a nice outfit. We don't use them. There's not really a sense in stocking out, but it'd be kind of nice to have it. It would be kind of nice to have it. Sewing needle. There's one in the bathroom. I thought I had it. Oh yeah. So I wanted to say that I'm like so tired. I'm like so horribly tired. I'm just like, how do you guys deal with this? Like, I feel like I'm just not capable of keeping up with trying to pay my rent and trying to pay for the bills. Like, I'm really scared. So I was going to say, I wanted to make something a few minutes ago. This is so pretty. I was going to say this, maybe, I don't even, this needle is like way too big. I gotta find the beading needle. There's no way. It's like I gotta find something else. What I'm gonna end up doing is probably just using bigger beads, and then I'll just make something completely different with that set of beads. Like bigger, I don't know where these metal ones came from. I'm just gonna take 3 of these big metal beads. They look like freaking. Went to the festival. We went to Warren. Were we in Warren? No, we were in Astoria, Oregon. It's not in Washington. Is it in Washington? Oh my god, I don't even know. I don't get out much. We went up somewhere. I think. Oh, I almost ate that. Oh my god, I don't know if it's in Washington. Warrington is in Oregon. I'm really mad at myself. But I told myself that Ty is going today. And it's like, happy birthday, whoever just got that from me. So, I have like cramps. I wanted to talk about, I watched these people talk about their haul, and it's like grocery haul, and people are couponing. I've been couponing. I've been actually doing free downloads through the Kroger stores, and we only have the Fred Meyer. There's QFC. I've never been in there. I thought it was a club store. I don't know. And then there's the Fred. Did I say Fred Meyer? There's free foods, and I was like, I'm gonna take these to the food bank. I actually might do that tomorrow, and just the food pantry, and just like go ahead and let somebody have this. And like, well, I should, like, when they do the free Friday downloads, stuff sells out. Like, the store doesn't have them all, so it's like, God, I should just let people who want this have it. But my mind gets to be like, oh, like some of the stuff I got, I don't even get. I got the coupon because you only have a day to get it, but I didn't even pick it up. But some of them I picked up and let the kids split and try, because it's kind of like my sampling. It's like, oh, this is neat. I never heard of this. What's it taste like? Ew, it's gross. Or I've been charged for stuff and I swore like I got the right type. And I found out there's a way to look into closer details, but I was just like, oh god, I didn't realize it until I got home. But I put a bunch of cash in the machine that I was supposed to get it free. I was in a hurry. That's what happens when I'm in a hurry. So what do you guys do? You know what's weird is I did not pull this apart. It just came apart. Like I literally did not I did not undo this, it just came undone. Now I'm like super weirded out. And so basically this jump ring, you see that one? The one that's going back and forth? That was connected to something over here, I don't know what. And all that activity, it's no longer connected. This is a one heck of a necklace or bracelet or whatever I'm making. This is one heck of a little thing. So I'm going to take this knot out. So what do you guys do? So because my kids eat, they used to eat what I considered healthier. In those healthy companies, I think the cost of business for some of these companies got really, really high. And they started really skimping on their ingredients. And I don't even remember some of these brands. I gotta answer this. I'm gonna cry. I had just had a patient's parent call me, and I talk about living in a tent, having my kids live in a tent, and not being able to afford food. In some countries, there's no food, there's no water. If I was gonna die today, because I didn't have any bottled water, like my bottle is empty. I get exposed to sickness. I don't know, I hear this. I get exposed to sickness, and I end up only reusing them once or 0 times or 2 times. I like to put the dates on it. I misplaced my Sharpie. And I don't drink much water, so I made myself buy those because the kids drink the other ones. My daughter gets sick a lot because she's overworked like I am, and she drinks water. It's her preferred thing, and then food is the second preferred, but not too much. We're used to being poor, eating out of food boxes. So you have to make that last, so you have small stomach. I have a fat stomach. I used to eat all the time because of stress, because of being homeless and worrying about bills, the stuff that you hear me talking about. So, if I get these free foods, I don't know if somebody's going to be sitting at home with Wi-Fi and a cell phone saying, I'm going to download these downloads for free. Because I know people that have phones, they can't read, they don't have any phone that can download this app, and they don't have a way, like they're not going to use data to spend an hour. Time is money. I'm trying to save $3 from the store, spend an hour trying to download stuff when I could just go to a cheaper store or not get it, just get no-name food. So I watched these people, and they were getting a lot of meat for like only $1 or $2 a package. I can't believe how cheap it was. And vegetables, I couldn't hear the whole thing. I don't know why this is broken, by the way. It's very new. And I guess the little potatoes is a common one. And I'm just thinking in my mind, I don't eat any of that food. And people say, this is survival mode, you don't have time. I've had people say, you don't have the money to be picky. But when your throat is closing up because you're having an allergic reaction, it's like you have to be picky. You have to be picky. Like, why should you, if you have a peanut allergy, go eat peanuts every day just because peanut butter is free at the food bank? Why should I do that? And why should I eat corn? Like, I love corn. Oh my god. Corn on the cob, corn chowder, corn chips with sour cream, corn tortillas. Oh my god. If I could eat corn, you would see me eat popcorn. But I have now developed anaphylaxis. And prior to that, I had been sick a lot with stuff in the hospitals, sick as a kid. I don't know what I did, but this is just looking sloppy. Let's see if I can even. I feel like this isn't gonna work. This is probably the most craziest bracelet that I've ever made in my life. It just looks tacky like that. And then I lost a piece. Here it is. I'm kind of paranoid about this. But it's lovely. Here we go. I cut that like extremely easily. It's making me kind of paranoid to put it on there. So I basically had like where I have people that have been in a similar situation in a different country. I've had some people that looked wealthy living in an expensive place that got destroyed by this hurricane. I've met people that were relocated and uprooted from Hurricane Katrina, a black lady. She was in my class at PSU. She goes, "Oh, I'm relocated. My house, everything was destroyed. They bust us up to Oregon." I'm like, what the heck? Like, they do that? I didn't know they did that. Yeah, they do that. They do that. And I've had my life uprooted. I came here fleeing abuse, and I came out of that relationship into a shelter of strangers fleeing abuse and putting my life in the hands of a nonprofit agency and state. And I don't know what to do. I just curled the ends, and I feel like they could still snag potentially. But let's see. I don't know what I'm going to do. I can sit it down for a minute. So I feel like so tired. I don't want to make mistakes, but you got to keep pushing yourself because you don't want to backslide into poverty. I'm already in poverty, but you want to. I mean, it's a combination between. Is it number 2 or number 3? Jabba the Hutt gets. So it's just Luke. Everybody's about to be put into that big sand monster stomach where there's going to be digested. So cross between that and Mad Max 2, where the guys get sucked into that sand dune hole. It's like you're already like this, and you're trying to be. I guess you're either going to be rescued. I mean, if it's quicksand, the more you struggle, the farther you fall. That's how I feel right now. But you feel like if there's nobody there to help you, your only hope is to struggle. Your only hope is to struggle. Your only hope is to use your brain. If you know that pouring water on a grease fire is going to cause a splatter, then you take and you put, even if it's not a pan, even if it's a piece of plastic, you cover it and smother it and try to get that oxygen away from it. You get the baking soda out. I'm tired. My daughter comes home soon, and I have another shipment to package up. What I was going to say earlier, that phone call that I paused for reminded me of survival mode. It's a luxury to think about friends and dating. It's a luxury. I tell you that I'm in recovery, and it's a pretty hardcore issue that I had. And I hate to talk like this. Everything is documented with my profession and my board. I had to write so many essays. And you look at your life and you say, no wonder it's so bad. Look at the hell I created for myself. All of this chaos and staying stuck in abusive relationships. I don't think, sometimes people will say it's your fault. Sometimes you don't know they're abusive and then you leave and you realize it. But you have to say, even if you come out, you can't always automatically expect that there's going to be a guy standing at door with a dozen roses saying, "Oh, I love you here," or "I like you." I guess you don't want to get too crazy too fast, but you're like, I always wish that I could flee these bad guys and be created and molded into the creature that God wants me to be, and find somebody in this world that thinks that I'm swell, or even if it's like a friend, like, oh, like, this person had 2 tickets to this movie. Wow, my cousin was going to go, but he's having a baby. His wife's having a baby. Do you want to go or something? I would love to be that person, the recipient of that extra ticket, or that ticket to that concert, or something. Like, somebody thought of me. I've seen it happen all around me, whether it's men or women. I'd be in a room with someone, and someone would run up to someone like, "Oh my God, I thought of you, and that these tickets I have, or my work gave me this." And a couple of times they would share it with a lot of us, like at church or something. They would share it with everybody. We have a box seat for my work, and it's my turn to use the box and invite whoever I want. And I used that for a very funny Christian. I had the book, got rid of it. So I had to put it in perspective. And I said last week, when I talked about not really having, like, it's more important to me to, I had an orange I just ate. I bought that 3 days ago, and that was like my "you're not going to starve" food. So when I get really scared, it's a holiday, I buy an orange. And so I rather buy an orange and a bottle of water, a case of water for $2, a 35 pack for $2, than to buy a new toothbrush for 10, or for 5, or for 3. Because I'm like, oh, I can dig through the car. I could probably find water in the car too. But I actually ransacked my own car a couple months ago. Like, I brought in all the female products. I found, like, some change. I'm sure I had toothbrushes. I don't even care. I'm just going to use them. Kind of like, who else would have a toothbrush in the car? Okay. My kids ever were given a toothbrush in the car. I don't think. Like, I would have been the one to brush them either at school, or for a birth, after a birth, or before a birth, for that matter, if I woke up with onion breath. So I'm going to find some toothpaste. I'm like running out of toothpaste, so I'm not brushing my teeth downstairs. Because I don't like doing it with the toothpaste that tastes funny. I was told I was a divorce, and I was just imagining myself, what I was telling you about having a kid, my kids, with a swing. And I don't like making promises, but I kind of promised that I'd only going to get a swing. Like, what if I owned, like, this box is like 12 by 12 by 12? What if I, like, get a 12 by 12 and I get a tree on it? I was like, I got you a swing. Like, it's like, you get yourself a hamster, and you got this, like, little swing that goes back and forth. Little bonsai. I was thinking a big tree. That would take a while. Just go plant one from the grocery store. I call it a grocery store because Winco and Fred Meyer sell stuff like that. I don't know how many trees Winco sells, but they sell other plants that are big enough to put a hamster swing on. I gotta make myself a sandwich. It's hard to talk about my past, but then I say, dang, I'm married, divorced, in recovery, helping people not drink while I'm trying to hang out with people that do drink. And I'm like, no wonder nobody likes me. I'm uptight. I'm a Christian. Um, One of my challenges, and no Christians, like, will even be my friends. Like, I don't know. I don't really know any. Like, there's one person. He's like really cute. He's like a Christian. He knows I am. So people, how does he know? There's a couple guys I talked to last summer. Guys with the dreamy eyes, and they both shared my faith, and they sensed it. In me, they sensed it. Like, so there's like those type, and you're like, wait a second, I should be on the phone, like, hey, remember me? Like, I seriously should be on the phone. Like, I'm like, it's kind of like you are like, felt God had another plan for my life. Not kind of, it's like I know God had another plan for my let's look at my schedule. So it's like, I think that's the pen, yeah. I have a pen that goes on there, and my other pen is actually running out. I'm going to switch them. I have really bad crayons right now. I already ransacked my car. I think I can ransack my house and car again, because I was going crazy with my credit card, buying female products and toilet paper. I bought a couple things of paper towels and shampoos for my daughter and stuff like that. And for me and my daughter. I gotta remember that this is in here. Oh, I was looking for this. I hope I added that right on my card. I'm like, I don't want to touch it because I'm like, I think it's already been closed out. I was looking and making a video last week, and I was like, oh my god. No wonder nobody likes me. I am baggage. I'm like, I eat onions. This guy at church was like, no wonder no one likes you. But at the time I was eating tons of garlic instead of onions. And I was like, because you probably stink. And I was like, and I was like, the single mom and divorced. And when I was larger, men were nicer to me. And when I lost weight, more people, I lost weight, then I gained a little, then I lost it again. People would hold doors open for me. I don't know if it's because I had this confidence. I don't know if it's because I wasn't wobbling, because I was like walking fast, because my legs, I was like the queen of the middle of my legs, pant legs falling apart. I spelled birthday wrong. This is how tired I am. I'm not gonna lie to you. So God's like, you should be friends with that guy that you're mad at. He's like, just be the same that you are now, but don't hold a grudge, because you don't want to be bitter and have bitterness to your bones, which creates a cancer in your bones. You don't want to do that, and you don't want to like you're gonna have to work like the alcohol ones, and you're gonna have to ask that person for help. So I'm only have 3 days next weekend. 3 days the next 2 weekends. So that's kind of freaking me out. I hope she adds some more, to tell you the truth. But I have to do billing and all this stuff for my business. Like, I kid you not. Like, I have so much to do. I'm like freaking out about it. Yeah, there's nothing else about it. I thought I had 4 and 4. I don't think this person's online. I kind of like that clanky sound, but I don't want to, basically I did that on purpose. I want it heavy. I try to do heavy with these, and I think these are like plastic. These ones, the first ones here, am I pointing right? I like that sound. Oh, I think it's, I don't know what's making that sound. I just don't want to damage my watch. So I have all these loose ends, and I was trying to decide if I wanted to try to wrap this with that. I'm just gonna leave it. This is like, I don't care. I'm lazy. I'm just leave it. And then it's matched my scarf so well. Like, look at that. Oh my god. It's like, yeah, I was just being sarcastic. It's like, everything matches my scarf. It's like, everything. Everything. So then I'm like, oh my god, I have so much baggage. And right now I feel like super old. And I'm like tired and all this stuff. I'm like hungry. My stomach's growling. I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. a few years ago when my stomach growled because we were broke. In the 90s, when my first time I was ever broke, and it wasn't because I had like before my roommates were like, oh my god, you guys are gonna get fat. We're gonna get fat because you eat too much. I was like, I don't care. I have like ROTC. I'm running. I'm doing like karate club. I was like, I need that. They were having a class in the building. I was going all over my classes. I was kind of like, I need to eat. I'm hungry. I have high metabolism. So I'm that person right now that's like, what's today? I'm gonna say TOH. I'm gonna say 10 to noon. Oh, I'm gonna say noon. This lady is like, see you tomorrow. So like, we gotta commit to it. She's not online. So I was like, so there's this cute guy. You're gonna hear me say that a lot. Because I find most people not repulsive or ugly or anything. Like, there's some simple looking people, but I really I like simple people. They're almost like hipsters, not on purpose. Because I don't know if certain people that look like hipsters are trying to be hipsters, but I don't hang out on the like in Hawthorne district too much. I'm talking about men. Like, I don't know, women have like a certain style. I can't. Like, there was someone that was kind of really Victorian, and she went hardcore through school. Like very, she's like a prestigious person. But you're kind of like, are you like goth? Like, are you like cool? Are you like down? Like, with like, are you like racist or are you like really open because you're kind of different? But you feel like they're just being themselves, and I congratulate them for being themselves. And some white people get mad at certain white people that really stand out their looks. So, like, they shouldn't be like that. They're trying to get attention. They're not really like, they have dreadlocks. They're trying to get attention. Like, who knows what they have dreadlocks? Like, my ex did because he wore a hat and didn't like comb his hair, and his hair is curly like my daughter. She's fussing today about, oh my god, my hair is greasy. Oh my god, my hair is too much. These people are rushing me, and I have to do my hair, and it's going to turn dreadlock. I was like, I'm going to shut up because I've been doing your hair when you were little, and you're like, it's going to turn to dreadlocks real fast. Like, she's like, I don't know what to do with all this. I just felt so. It's like a whole job. I swore it would take 40 hours a week just to do this child's hair. If her hair looked nice when she was a kid, it would be professional who knew how to who had efficiency with their timing, or it would be like I would sit there. Like, I literally did this one summer. We had to do her hair like from the time we got up till the end of the day. It was just like 2 to 3 to 4 movies, which are like an hour and a half. That's like what, 6 hours. That's not all day, but that's like getting up, taking a break, going outside, going and do some food, stuff like that. Working. So that day I was working actually. So it was like working 8 hours, commuting, going home, and watching 2 to 3 movies. And that was the only time my hair was straight, or not straight, but not nest of knots. Oh my god, it was crazy. I was like, dude, this is color people's time. We need like one day of school and work, and the rest is gonna be doing your hair, because I don't want to be a neglectful parent because your hair's ugly. And because it's not like mine, it's because it's long and thick and a lot. It's different than mine, which is short and it's like stumpy. It doesn't like, my hair like just falls out. Like, that's the most exciting thing my hair does. It's just gross. It's just like not healthy. It's really, really bad. I'm not gonna lie. And then I'm like, oh, no wonder I'm single. Like, I get to that. Like, just skip another page. Oh my god. Oh, jeepers. I think I accidentally skipped another page in my book. What am I gonna do? I'm on the white apple. This should not be like this. Yeah, I did. I skipped another page. I'm literally running the white apple. These pages stick together. The ones that are next to the full calendar. I got 52 weeks, and I now have 50 weeks. No, I'm a cheapskate. There's no way. I almost want to go back and do the whole thing. What if I just keep doing that every year? Just white it out. I keep using it. So I'm just going to copy this. That's the 9th. I put the 4th. So when I get tired, I feel like it's turning into dangerous because there's mistakes. My body cramps up. But then there's days like today where a lot gets done despite my fatigue, and I'm like, oh, that was kind of, necessary. Oops, I wrote too much white out there. This is not designed for lefties to go like this. It's designed to be held with your thumb here and go like this, straight across. When you're like this, you're just like, and it's like, it like pulls out. I'm like, I often have to do this. So this guy yesterday was really cute, and I saw the guy I used to like, or at least I used to let myself like him. I'm not saying one or another, I still like him, so drama. I am going to keep that work thing on there just in case. I can't read my writing. And I am. This cute guy with the foreign accent was talking to me. And I was like, wow. He was talking to me for a long time, and he kept going back and forth and getting. And I was like, I have another job. I was like, really? I was like, oh, this healthcare. He's talking about health. I should write that down. Let me write it down. This week. Frantic healing and youre. Was it youre on YouTube? I forget what it was. I don't think it was youre. I can't remember. He said one more healing thing. I can't remember what it was. I knew I should have written it down yesterday. You're like tired. I don't want to do it. That's easy to remember. I just repeated it over and over in my head. And this guy is like helping a customer. And he's like walking. He's really tall, so he has to walk back, forward, and then keep looking back. His customers, like even for me being short, they have their carts, and so they can't squeeze past people. So you gotta like stop. If a lot of them are older, so they're not necessarily gonna be running to the store. So this guy, I see him out of the corner of my eyes, and I'm like, oh, this guy is talking to me for like a really long time, and he's telling me like, because I say I'm a single mom, and I think I have like babies. Someone asked me after I left my ex and I was homeless if I was in a shelter, if I was my kids' grandparents, and my daughter was born when I was 22. I was like, she was like 5 or 6. I was like, oh my god. But I also, in the black community, it was in a black community. I also feel like it wouldn't necessarily be an insult if you see that I'm actually old enough to be a grandma, and that guy is like, oh my god, I thought you were 20. And I've had even both of those guys that I'm talking about from yesterday thought I was 20. And this other dude, his kids are my kids' age. One's a little older, one's a little younger. And I was like, oh, if this could work, we would have empathy. Dude, I was like, your son is like a little bit younger than me. I was like, whatever he's doing, he's going to come out of it after a while. Like, literally, I think, like, I went through that. And I don't know what you went through with your daughter, but I might have some stresses with mine because people butt heads when they're leaving the nest, and it's a really sad feeling for me. Oh wait, is this even still October? What do you do when, okay, A, you see this guy, and they're really friendly, and they're talking to all these people of different ages, and is that guy 30? 22? 16? Like, you're just like, oh my god. Like, when you're my age, you don't know. And you're like, oh, this person's fun. And it's like, yeah, and so is hanging out with your 16 and 18 year old. So you have to, like, think, like, that's who I hang out with in the animals. The little peekaboo. And rodents are pretty playful and goofy and friendly and funny and weird. They're not, like, really serious or stuck up. They could be a little bougie, but they're not necessarily stuck up. Mine aren't. A little bit bougie, I said. 29th, so that's the 30th and the 31st. Monday. Oh, my pen ran out. Oh, I told you that. I was like, oh, my pen is running out. So now I'm like, I want to say a lid because I have so many pens over there that don't have lids. That's right. But the thing is, it would be like the blue pen. You don't want a black top because you're going to grab it and go to an appointment. And you're like, I don't know if it's, is it really a rule that I have to use a black pen for medical charting? Like, I bought like a lifetime supply of black pens. That's what happens when you buy a lifetime supply of black pens. They dry up. I'm like, oh my god. Try to do like lighter to, I have like lighters to a lot of stuff. I don't like it because I wouldn't allow a lighter after I stopped smoking, and then I was like, I need a lighter. That was a long time ago. For my eye makeup, I was like melting my mascara until I found liquid mascara. I should go back to that. I'm gonna try. I will look like such a raccoon because I like touch my face. I cannot read this whatsoever. I keep forgetting there's a jar of pens. So then I have at different times of my age, 39 and beyond, I have these dudes. Oh my god, I'm pulling on something. I have these dudes telling me it should still actually light up. Oh, it still does. Oh, isn't that fun? Oh, I forgot. I have to do some exams on somebody. Let's see if this one works. What do you do when you see a guy that looks like you can't tell if he's between 22 and, say, 32, and you're like, you're not really sure if they look older or act older to get your attention, and they're like under 18, that's a big no-no. But then what do you do if they're like smokers or partiers, or they work a lot and they don't sleep a lot, or they stress because they're living with roommates, and you're like, this guy looks closer to my age, but he could still be like 25 or 28 or 29, or like, I know guys that were homeless, guys that smoke, like chain smoke, guys that were in the military having that training, but they have the war experience where they're acting mature. And there's really a lot with heavy smokers. Like, oh god, I seriously thought you were within 5 years of my age. So you're like, see guys, I hear online that guys my age are chasing after younger chicks, right? Younger women. And when I see younger guys, it's just like, and I was just like, and I'm like, I don't know what that look is. Like, these like hipster people, I'm like, you are like major poker face. I feel like you're just like, hmm. Like, I don't know what that means. Like, this one guy yesterday, I always see him. And I was gonna walk by him. He was smoking, and I was, like, having an issue with, because I was microwaving a bunch of stuff. And I was like, dude. Like, I have allergies when I work my weekend job. I get really bad inside the store the more days I'm in. The flour from the bakery, the deli, fried foods, and then everything that I see on full. Frequently, I'm allergic to it, and so like everything. Like I will start coughing. It's like microwave is on, steam is coming out of her, and I was gonna say hi to this guy because I saw him do like a half smile at me. I'm trying to be friends. I'm trying to see like why should I walk past somebody for a year and a half and like not even say hi or not know their name or I was like, oh god, I hope this is not food. It could be nice if it was because I'd be like, or but it could be something else. I need to find the other end or whatever. It's an old candle. It's kind of weird to me that there's a candle just sitting underneath my bag. Like, I really don't feel comfortable. So I have this, and I'm pulling on it, and I don't know if the other end. Because now it's tangled all over. What is this? Yeah, I was gonna say hi. Like, I was getting bottles out of the back of my car and putting away my, whatever it is, I just unraveled, like, the whole roll. I think it's just blue yarn that rolled somewhere. Literally unraveling it. Yep, that's exactly what I'm doing. Pretty bad. I gotta go clean my daughter's room right now. Her other room. She's got demands. She left detailed messages for me. And you know, like cats and stuff get tangled up and stuff like this. So they did something like I just did. That was not smart. This is nice and smooth. I was like, dude, I'm making a necklace right now. I don't even think I can stick that in there. Nothing's gonna fit in a drawer with a pen. I was scared of coughing, so I didn't go. I walked by and I was gonna look and say hi, but I was in a crowded parking lot and I just kept walking. And I had to go. I didn't have to go back to the car, so I was like, whatever. Or I started having really rude people, and then I was like, oh, I should just keep on like trying to see if I can stop complaining and about not having friends and just go say hi to somebody. But I don't know. I planned it. I was gonna say hi. I see this person all the time, and I did that with one of the shiny hairs. So I thought, God, so don't talk to you. On my way and asked this person. I was looking for someone. I had to go get my kid, and I was like, I don't know what to do. And this person was like looking at their phone. They weren't like not that interested in the conversation, but I was like, do you know what I'm talking about? Like, I couldn't. I was like, I didn't know if she said he or she, and I was like, what are you talking about? And I was thinking in my mind, am I like deaf right now? What's going on? But I was like, I wasn't gonna touch these people with a 10-foot pole, and then because I'm mad at this guy, I'm like, you know what? Life's too short. Like, I'm not trying to say that I went against God, but I'm like, okay, this is what happened. There's some people that ended up, there's a couple, okay, and I'm not saying I'm going against God, there's like a couple of people that were decent, nice, whatever, and then there was these other people with me and this other lady thought were allies to us, and they tried to say like, oh, we don't like those other people. None of us do. Like, it wasn't that we didn't like them. We thought they were being mean to us all. So, and then all of a sudden the tables turned, and these people became crazy mean, and these people became friendly and caring. And they might have always been, but we might have had those goggles, that's glass. Like, people see me as a black person, they have this stereotype already formed. And so, you know what that thread is for? It's for this. I'm supposed to make a pillowcase. My pillow is so filthy. It's like buried under my. Yeah, it's like the tables turned rapidly last week, and I'm not an employee of this business, but I'm in this place getting sucked in. My daughter says, be careful when you move or when you work somewhere, you get sucked in easily. I have to be careful too. Being around people by association, I would use the analogy of having somebody tell you, oh, drive my car, I'm going to go get some sandwiches, and they're saying, get out of here, let's go. And you're like, what's the big hurry? And you find out that the bank robbers, now you're an accomplice because you're driving the getaway car, and you had no idea until you drove the car away. And I have to be really careful about that. But what would you do? Like, I feel like I look in the mirror and I look really old and really tired. My eyes are really completely bloodshot for the past 24 hours. Just exhausted. And right now, I feel like, I mean, it shouldn't matter. Sometimes I read cougar stuff because I'm like, these women, a lot of women were saying that there's no way that they're going to be 50 years old and only having 24-year-olds talk to them on online dating or at parties. And some of these women were like, guys my age are not interested in me in my age group. They're going after 20-something, they're driving their sports car, this. Girls with daddy issues, I don't know. This is all, everything, everyone's an individual, so it's not saying the whole world is doing this. But these women were saying, I've been alone with no interest in these guys. What are you looking for, mommy? What are you looking for, sugar mama? What are you looking for? And then they're like, oh, you're mature. I like your sexual energy at 40, 50, 60 years old. It's recharged. You're sophisticated and you're not into this drama because you're like career or your kid's already grown or this, that, or the other. So then these cougar women, they became cougars because they basically said, I'm tired of being alone, and this guy is the only one. He sounds sincere, and these women were talking about these guys were interested in the state of their environment and their politics and their status, like as jobs and housing and stuff in their community. And they're like, wow, these guys were intelligent. They're not just stupid little boys. And of course, they're over 20-something, over 25, 30s. And the women I saw were more like I said, like over my age, but like close to my age, to 50s and 60s. And then they were like having the time of their life. And then the only problem that was common was the guys were realizing, oh man, this lady's old. What if I want to have kids and she can't? And you don't know, all of us individually, you don't know when our menopause day is going to come. Like, you don't know the day or the hour. And people could be perimenopausal for like a long time and end up having no period, but then still get pregnant because then it's like pregnancy and nursing. I had my menses right after I was done being pregnant. Like, not just that bleeding, but like when that stopped after 6 weeks. Then I had like a month, and then I had a regular cycle, and I was nursing predominantly. I had no baby food, no formula. I was nursing all the time, and then I was pregnant. Like as soon as I was 6 months, so 6 weeks plus another month. That was 6 weeks. That was 2.5 months. So I was having like 4 periods, like 3 periods, and I was pregnant again. 3 cycles. Very, I thought it couldn't happen. I was like, you're nursing that much. I was like, oh, my body was really fertile, and I had got pregnant right after quitting birth control. Like, it was like very soon after quitting birth control, I became pregnant very quickly. Not like within days, but it was like right before Thanksgiving 1998. 1998. I remember the exact minute I conceived. I'm sensitive. Don't mess with me. No, just kidding. If you mess with me, that's why I have my head covered right now, because my hair is like antennae, and I'm really sensitive to my surroundings, and I'm not autistic that I know of, but I'm really sensitive to sound, vibration, energy. I almost left the post office today because of a lady's energy. It was so negative. And I realized, someone said they're good at deflecting. I realized when somebody has a lot of negativity. I even changed the angle of what I was looking. I looked at like a bunch of greeting cards because the lady was so negative just to make myself smile. And I said, I want to walk out and just stick my thing in the box. I was like, you're freaking in a post office. It's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And there's a line out the door. And you're sitting here cussing and swearing about under your breath, loudly. And none of us are answering you. And I'm like, I hope the guy in front of me doesn't think it's me that's cussing and swearing, I swear. I gotta go. I'm delirious. I'm like, I gotta go buy food or something. I don't know what to do. I am. This is so cheap. This guy realized this. That I should have got $12 for this. That would have literally paid for the price of the tie, the shipping, the fees, and the packaging materials. That's pretty much what it would have paid for. It wouldn't. If I got 15, I would have made a profit off of it. I'm not trying to make a profit, but I want to at least break up. Actually, I want to make a profit. What am I talking about? Like, sheesh, what am I talking about? What you mean saying? What you mean saying? So what do you do? These ladies said there is nobody else that's asking them out, whether it's in person. So the parties, it was the younger guys. They knew that they were older. And these men were like, these ladies aren't nasty, dried up. They're going to the gym. They're eating healthy. They're doing this. They're doing that. And it's like, my heater stinks. I'm like really freaked out. I'm like, I gotta go clean my house. So I'm like, last year I thought these 2 guys exchanged numbers with, and there was a third one, kind of came and went very quickly, and I, I felt like, oh, I should text him Merry Christmas on Christmas. I didn't do it, but I was like, telling my friend, oh my god, they're both so cute, oh my god, this other guy's cute, oh my god, oh my god. They all like disappeared, but I was like, they don't really disappear. I see them here and there, make eye contact, and just keep walking. And I'm just like, wow, what is God's plan for my life? And then I get into this like, I mean, people are still around. Let's just say it that way. I don't know what else to say. These guys are either 4 or 5 years younger. One is 4 or 5 years younger. One is, and 2 of them are 4 years older than me. And they were like, the ones older than me were like into health and stuff. And I really, it was like hotties, like big time. Like, the younger one is hottie too, but I find that attractive. So when you memorize everything, you become like Mr. Monk. And he says it's a blessing and a curse. And when you decide that you're gonna fight tooth and nail, is that what you say? I'm sorry, I don't know. Like, to live and enjoy your life for the first time and raise your kids and not give up and die, just perish. Like I said yesterday, I felt like I was going to sit on the freaking sidewalk and perish in the sun. I was basically starting my period, and I was really in a bad mood. And what do you do when you decide to clean you're like, everybody says that everything about me is unattractive. Someone's making fun of my crooked teeth. I think I didn't have braces to make my teeth straight, to tell you the truth. I made it because I killed the nerve. You can see a scar there. I fell in the shower. My mom said, wait for me to come back. And I was on the toilet potty training, and she didn't come back. So I tried to get off myself. I couldn't reach the ground, and I fell. And you have a glass shower door with a metal rim. And I hit my chin on there. And I fell. I hit my chin on there. I went to emergency room and cried. And when I was probably like, what, 2, 3 years old. And one night, they didn't have like stools and stuff back then. They probably did, but they didn't have like things you stand up on. I had like a potty when I was like 1, but I had to have my mom pick me up and put me on the toilet. Oh, this is too tall. And this tooth, the crooked one, the baby tooth didn't come out. Everything else didn't come out. I told you I started puberty when I was like in the kindergarten, the beginning of 1st grade. My mom was shaving my armpits when I was 5. I thought it was a game called Tickle. Like, she is fun sometimes, though. She's embarrassed because her 6-year-old has armpit hairs. And all the teeth came out really early, except for that one. So I had to go get it surgically removed and nitrous oxide. And I just dumped my medical bag out. You just want to see what's in here. Oh my god, what a mess. Oh my god, that was a bigger mess than I expected. It's garbage. Eye chart. There's something that goes about this laying here. And this is like, so you have it the right direction. I'm going to have somebody do this test tomorrow. Oh yeah, good. I got a bunch of these. No, this is pretty new. I'm just going to keep things separate. So, I don't know. Someone said they cleaned this before with alcohol and it broke. So, I didn't, if somebody has some kind of thing that's like contagious, I do not use. So, I dumped it because I have to charge my medication thing. That's like a really old alcohol swab. I don't even think another doctor gave me that one. I recognize things. It's a blessing and a curse, though. Do I have 2 lanyards? What the heck do I have 2 of these? That's tripping me out. 3 of them! So this is the one that's supposed to be on. This is really tripping me out. This is really tripping me out. You know why this one is the one? Because this is the one with the knot. The one with the knot is, what is it, 14? It's not 14, is it? 14 inches. I gotta measure. Measure 2. Oh, I have one in here. I'm going to use this, but this needs to be charged. Take some height. Stalkers, khaki. I already used some more of these. Somebody's phone number. OHSU bladder study. Baggie with nothing in it. I'm gonna get rid of it. So this one I don't use. Not much to do. Oh, this is one. This one got broken by patients when I was doing midwifery. So I wasn't even getting paid for the visit. I was like, cringe. Her kid like yanked it, and this part broke off. I was like, oh my god. And I was like, okay, it's gonna take a minute for me to do your mom's blood pressure now because I took this off of that. I really want this orange stethoscope and spigma thing, and I had a measuring tape in there. I swear I did earlier today. I'm sorry. Where I didn't. Oh my gosh. And I want to keep it either in my, I just want a cheap one where I can keep it in my car or in my office. I would like to keep it in my car because then I always will have it in my office. Because I want to have a computer, even a non-laptop. I want to have, yeah, I measured this at 14 inches. I'm going to do this patient. I've never sent a referral. I've only sent people like to somebody that I don't need a referral, but I make the appointments and I look up the information, but it's not like, say I need a gastroenterologist right now, I would have a primary care make a referral so that I would be able to see them and get an appointment and have my insurance pay for it. But I don't do that. I could do that, but I'm trying to find out clues about where people went before and what imaging they had. I know what kind of imaging I want. I want to know what they had and where so I can compare them. And it's like I could tell you I had breast ultrasounds at Epic Imaging on Nimbus last summer, maybe June, or maybe July or August. It was August 2000. It might have been July 2016. I can tell you that. I memorized it. But someone's like, oh, is that place there? Is that place? Lake Oswego? No. Walton? I don't know. Sometimes when they say it, they'll say like Tuality. And you're like, Tualatin? And there's actually a clinic called Tuality. Like, oh. But then there'll be like 18 Tualities in your zip code. Or like, and you're just like within 5 minutes of your zip code. And you're like, trying to figure out, like, that one, there, that one. The big one. Once you get that down, there's usually one record specialist number, and you can usually get their records if you have their birthday and name spelled correct in the system. I can tell you that. I'm organized, like, when you think about that, you can figure stuff out by the information they have in their brain. So when I think about throwing away my files, it breaks my heart with, like, school files and stuff. Like, I pay a lot of money for this class. I don't have, like, digital backups of stuff. And it's like, I get rid of files of my own personal things, and I'm like, you could say, oh, I went to OHSU as a patient from 2004 until blah, blah, blah. And then I saw this other doctor, and then I saw this other doctor, then I saw this acupuncturist. I can say it and give you a range, and if it's off, it'll be off by a couple of years, and someone will be able to, we'd be able to narrow it down easy. And I'd be able to look up the date, or the address of the clinic. I'm like, yeah, it's off of Barber. Yeah, it's on Barber, but the side street is not Barber, but it's near Southwest 19th. It's near the Safeway. Like, I can do that, and they can do that too. So then I realized I don't need every little thing. You kind of think that because I went to certain places after 10 years, like 10 years before today, that their records don't actually need to be kept. I think it's less than 10 years. But, so that's something to keep in mind, is now that I'm cleaning out my old files and old still, like, it doesn't matter if I had a negative TB test from 20 years ago. It doesn't even matter. Like, it's nice to have all the records and show that there's a consistent history that's the same. Which reminds me, I gotta do my flu shot survey. Oh, I gotta go. My daughter wants her face clean and I'm hungry. My phone was frozen earlier. Their plane crash. Sounds like someone was taking a fire. Nobody's talking about the forest fire, so I gotta go. I'm so tired. So what do you do when these guys come like, oh my god, I thought you were 20. And then they find out you're twice that age. And you're like, do you think I'm nasty? Like, you don't like me now, do you? Like, you acted like you liked me for a minute. And I was like, what kind of perv are you? Like, you're closer to my age, but you want someone half your age, you jerk. I was like, I should have told you I was 20. Then I might have like gone home and had a date for Friday night. Like literally. And some of these guys are like, you're over 40. Oh my god, like they're really scared. And I'm like, I'm not gonna like. People know I have kids that are like adults, and they're like these people make fun of me like, God, you must have your kids when you were 12 or like 8. And I was like, um, no. Okay, this is I cannot read this news anymore. This is just done. I'm done. I gotta find another source of news. It's just weird me out. I have to just let it go. I have to let it go. This is just like the information that needs to be left off the news. I don't want to be like pervy if some guy who's like 30 is hitting on me and thinks I'm like 20 something, and they guess my age higher because of my education. I could have graduated. I went to school with someone who just turned 21 when we started medical school. So that means he went through all of his, my accounts keep getting lower and lower every time I look. Like, what the heck? I'm like super paranoid. I have a charge coming out. I put a message in my phone. I don't know how much it's for. But yeah, I'm like that person who's like, dude, I don't want to, like, I don't really care if you're 24 or if you're 32. I used to, I'd be like, oh my god, I need to date someone close to my age. I never dated anyone in my education level. I've never dated anyone who is like a professional, like, even if it's like real estate or like insurance or like, those things make me cringe, but acting, like, I've dated people that were like homeless and jobless, and occasional like entry level work, like painting, cutting grass, McDonald's, taking asbestos out of walls. God, I hope I don't have that in my lungs. I thought about that when I was a child. Like, I'm hanging out with the dude that comes to pick me up after work when he's been exposed to asbestos. It's really freaking me out. It's like, it's really freaking me out. I gotta package this item. I'm really just babbling on. I know I am. But I'm gonna end with the most embarrassing thing because I don't think a lot of people listen to these videos in like any more than like 30 seconds. Fatal attraction. My little scenario was having this guy acting really weird after I asked if he wanted to hang out, and he said he had a girlfriend, and having this guy act really weird, and I'm not sure what to think. Like, right now, I'm sitting here thinking I want to read my Bible. Like, that's all I'm thinking right now. Like, that's not all I'm thinking, but I looked at it over here because of that yarn or that thread, and I'm just like, I know. I just need to, like, not think about these people. This lady came up to me asking for keys, and then she's like, you be with him, and, like, looking up at the sky, like, the Lord, and you don't need no man, you just need him, and da-da-da, and I was like, she's right. Like, that's, I can't say, because I've been undesirable all my life, that the whole world is, like, absolutely hates me. Maybe the world hates me, but I have to not hate myself and realize I believe in a higher power, that I even believe that the higher power loves me too. So that's where I am with that. Like, excuse me, like, and I think, I don't know if this is just an excuse to justify, and it's kind of exciting, and it's walking on fire, basically, and trying not to get burned. This guy has been too in my face, and they're a quiet person, and it's weirding me out, and I think it's that whole, like, oh, you used to come talk to me, like, the testosterone versus female stuff. You used to talk to me, you used to say hi to me, walk by, tap me on the shoulder, wave, and now you're like, okay, guys, coming something. Walking down the thing yesterday, and he was not looking, and I was just walking, like, this direction. I was just like, there's, and then I went like that for like 2 weeks. I was off the job for 2 weeks, so I didn't see him. But then I was like, in between those times, around those times, I was like, oh my god, like, I was like, how do you say this? Like, so I was working hard. I don't have a day off. Like, this is not a day off. When you have children, it's never a day off. I'm not doing, you know why I'm making all these videos? Because I'm starving. And I have $1,600 I could come up with. And a lot of that, over 1,000 before the 13th. I'm so hungry. Even if I had $1,000 paycheck, I don't have money to get. I have to go get my driver's license. I have no food. I have, like, no way to get food right now. I am. I think I had to look this on Google because I never, like, had friends or, like, talked to guys really before last year, since leaving my ex. I'm really social. You can tell I'm a really social person. But it was never anything more than, like, superficial. Um, more than, like, superficial acquaintances. And I was reading, like, the guy doesn't want to be, like, drooled all over. Wants to be told, like, oh, I am cute, or oh, my outfit is nice, or my haircut's cute, or whatever. But they don't want to be drooled over, and then it's like, then if you're, like, I noticed this guy, like, if I was talking to someone else, she's just, like, in my face, like, watch me for and he's like totally like blowing me off, and I asked him out, and I was like, what is up with that? So this is really embarrassing to talk about. And the other thing with that is reading. This is just reading. Everyone's individual, so you don't have to follow textbook or Google search answers. Going after like somebody, the guys go after a chick when she's kind of either oblivious or like, I'm not like a snob. Sometimes I think I would have more action if I was like really like, but then it becomes a mind game because you know stuff. But it's like letting them, it's just like fishing. You can just like, a lot of people they do, we just go to the meat counter and ask for fish. But it's like that whole hunt, that whole thrill, that whole excitement. Like these guys looking for stuff and flipping it on eBay and all that stuff. It's like, what is that whole hunt? So I have to be really careful because one of the worst things I had in my life was having every single guy that I dated just abandon me for another woman. And they didn't even wait to say, I don't think this is working out, let me move to the next person. They just literally just like left me hanging and with and without kids. And my worst thing is to try to like pull somebody. And because of my being told how unattractive I am and all this stuff, I definitely don't feel like I'm going to pull somebody from their partner. Like, I can't even pull them when they're, like, lonely and want to, like, jump off a bridge. Like, they could be starved to death and I could have a hammer and they could be like, I'm repulsed by you. Like, that's, like, how I've been treated my whole life. But at the same time, because of my, kind of, tomboyishness, I'm, I don't even think I'm a tomboy. I think people just call me man so much that I just take on that name. People always call me sir and stuff, and it sucks. Because I want to be feminine. I want to be beautiful. I don't want 10 men coming after me. I want one that God connects me with. Like, why can't I just have one? Why can't I have a couple friends that are females and a guy? I don't know why. And can't always get you one. And it's like, so I'm not, the only thing is just, my exhaustion, my nonchalantness, because I don't know what to do with all the drama because I'm so exhausted all the time. And I'm, a really dramatic person. So then I'm, then I turn into a little bit of passive-aggressive drama queen. Because I don't want to cause any trouble in anyone's life, or I apologize when I'm drunk. I apologize to people instead of just this is how I am right now, and just deal with it, and if you don't like it, walk away. I feel like, I don't know, I'm just thinking through, a month's worth of time, how many people I talk to, and the majority of them are dudes, and they seem pretty chill, and they're different demographics, and it's nothing intimate or dating, it's just hello friend, goodbye, have a good day, goodbye. And there's women that 99% of them that I see are really psycho, and it scares me, because it's really aggressive and really, I rather focus on having God not turn me into that monster. And so a lot of these monster women have a nice big old ring on their finger. They met somebody, they're beautiful, and they'd like to be that prize in the convertible. And I rather focus on God making me loving and attractive just for being who I am than to have a partner. And it's really hard for me to say that. It's just like wanting to do God's will and God's timing instead of getting what I want when I want it. I just want my freaking God. I just want freaking Brad's kale chips right now. I'm so hungry. 3 boxes of them. 3 boxes. Oh God. You know what I used to like? Those bean chips. And you know what else I used to like? I'm about to food relapse. I'm so hungry. I sat here recording all day because I'm so hungry I can't move. And my stomach is growling like crazy. I hate it. I have no energy. My mouth's watered just talking about my stomach growling. My mouth is watering. Because I smell like onions too. But I think it's called Bonitos. You know what sounds so good right now? Bonitos with freaking white bean dip. I only had it a couple times before I changed my diet. Oh my god. And you know what else? You know those almonds that are like swollen and they're like super salty Spanish something almonds? Oh my gosh. The ones with basil or rosemary? Oh my god. No, I think it's rosemary. Shut it. Like, I'm about to food relapse. Like, that orange was my eat this and you won't starve. My stomach's growling. I gotta go.